Hi and welcome to the Action Diary. My name's Al and I wanted to make a short video just introducing the channel and just discussing why I'm doing it, what it's about, etc. So initially I've been working in the film industry for the last 11 years as a stunt performer, and in that time I'd built up some money and I invested in cryptocurrency back in 2017, and it went up really high over the years and it's come down and now we're going back up. But the point is, I never took any profits. I didn't really know much about investing, and I thought, well, I'll just hold it and let it go up and whatever. So I'd made a lot of money on paper, never taken any profits, and watched it all kind of go back and down and collapse down to basically where it started. But what it did do is have the effect on me of making me realize that it was possible to make that kind of money. And I think that that psychology has a huge part to play in entrepreneurship and making money, is the realization that it is something that you can do. So anyway, I decided I wanted to make a YouTube channel, and I decided I wanted to start a business. This is the first step in that process, and the initial idea for the channel was that it was going to all be about stunts and training and motivation and people who do stunts and the film industry and all that kind of thing, which there will be some of that stuff, but the problem I've quickly realized is the film industry is really secretive, and they don't let you film. They don't just let you rock up on set and make videos for your YouTube channel. At least with very few exceptions. So I realised I was going to be limited on content. But also at the time, I decided to call it the Action Diary, and it did occur to me that actually it could be more than just action in the traditional sense, and more about taking action, because that's essentially what I was doing. So the general ethos of the general ethos of the channel, there's going to be stuff about training, stuff about films and the film industry. I'm hoping to be able to interview some people, probably nobody famous, so don't get excited. Maybe one day if we get big. But the hard-working members of the film and TV industry that maybe don't get so much of a exposure, and what they do. Also, I want to try and speak to people who are very highly skilled in their area. In the stunt department, we have high-level racing drivers and rally drivers. We have martial artists, world-class gymnasts. Any skill set you can think of is something that's potentially needed in the film industry, and there's always a huge pool of talent. And I think it'd be really interesting to speak to some of those people and see how they got started, what motivated them, how they got into the film industry, what does it take to push yourself to do anything to a really high standard. So that's another avenue I want to look at. I also want to look at my own self-improvement. I'm going to be talking about the business that I'm trying to set up and how I'm going to develop that. And I really wanted to make a channel that wasn't just I made a lot of money, started a business, etc., and here's how I did it retrospectively. What I really wanted to do is, as somebody who knows next to nothing about business and entrepreneurship, I thought it'd be really interesting just to see, and hopefully inspiring, but just to record the process, document the process. And learning by doing is kind of my thing. It's just get stuck in, make the mistakes. Yes, there's a world in which getting advice and circumventing some of those mistakes would be advantageous, but also just going through it and figuring stuff out. And hopefully it'd be really nice that in 5 years, for example, down the line, this would serve as a testament to how I went from nothing, not knowing whether or not it was going to work out, to hopefully making a success of it. So I've got some plans. I've got a few videos I've made. I've got a few videos that are in the pipeline. This also will jump around a little bit because I've made some of the videos I've made in the first instance. They are right back at the beginning when this whole process first started, and you'll see me very unconfident on camera, trying to figure out what the channel's about. And those early videos almost were just for me, for a test of getting used to speaking to the camera and learning to edit and all of that stuff. So I want to include them because it's part of my process. Don't judge me too harshly yet, because I'm still learning. As I said, learning by doing. What else? I think that's pretty much it, really. It's a process, and there'll be some action film industry type content. There'll be some inspirational type content. There'll be some, well, what I hope is inspirational. There'll be some podcast interview type content. And yeah, we're just going to see where this goes, really. It's largely, I suppose, a bit of a lifestyle blog as well. I'm trying not to just scattergun, just hit everything, but it's very much like the broad ethos is the action diary being my diary of taking action. And if you can take some inspiration from that in your own life, great. If you just want to see what I get up to, great. So that's really the whole ethos for the channel. I hope you join me on this journey, and we'll see you in the next one.